Lumix flew me out to Osaka for the global summit.
Beautiful, mate.
We had a bit of time to catch up with other creators from around the world, talk tech and explore Osaka. And later that day, Lumix has revealed the brand new portable full-frame camera, the Lumix S9.
Lumix S9 and our brand new smartphone app, the Lumix Lab.
Same battery.
Also the same battery.
Okay.
Really?
Oh, this feels more solid too.
Does it?
Feel it. It feels way better.
This camera is very small, portable, and is the cheapest in the L-mount lineup, coming at $1,499 US. So I took this as a challenge to create cinematic visuals with the most affordable L-mount camera to demonstrate its capabilities. It is basically the S5 II in a smaller package, which opens so many opportunities. Now let's talk features. First of all, yes, it does have in-body image stabilization, so you can put any lens on this camera and it will be stabilized by the sensor. What's even better is the addition of the new high electronic stabilization mode. You'll see an example of that really soon, but let me tell you, it is mind-blowing. The S9 has a dedicated LUT button for quickly flicking in between the color profiles. LUTs can be applied to both photos and videos, and you can also load two LUTs at the same time and individually change their strength. S9 shoots in 6K 3x2 open gate and has most features of the Lumix S5 II, but in a much smaller package. There's also hybrid zoom, which digitally extends the range of your lenses, and as you zoom, it digitally crops at the same time. Let's say you have a 28 to 200mm lens. Depending on the final image size that you set, the lens can become a 28 to 624mm. And last but not least, it has 5 GHz fast Wi-Fi connection, which allows you to automatically back up photos straight to your phone via the brand new Lumix Lab app, which also has a built-in photo editor and a constantly growing LUT library that can be easily transferred straight to your camera. Oh yeah, and the S9 also comes in 4 different colors. That's pretty cool.
Alright, let's hit the streets of Japan and let's find out from the creators what's their 2 favorite features about the Lumix S9. Hey Josh, what's your favorite 2 features about the new S9?
I'd have to say it's a hybrid zoom function. It's fantastic for getting extra reach out of any zoom lens. That's a really nice feature. And also the e-stabilization. I think it's great that this body still has fantastic stabilization, so you can basically get anything, photo or video, and still have really stable shots.
Hey Alex, what's your 2 favorite features about the S9?
This guy, I love the double stacking LUT feature, and you can change the opacity, which is amazing. And then the fact that it's a full frame camera. Like, come on, this thing's loaded.
Hey Richard, what's your favorite top 2 features about the S9?
Oh, top 2. Whoa, that's a bit hard to choose. But I think the first one I would choose the stabilization, because the stabilization on the S9 is so good that no matter I'm just walking or even running, the video footage still looks super smooth. So that's very good because I don't really need to carry on a big gimbal anymore. And the second one, I think would be the new Lumix Lab app. This new app is just make editing, trying out different LUT is so easy. You can select from all the existing one, you can download it, you can play around with it, and if you like it, you can easily put it onto the camera, and you can even create your own LUT very easily. Like you can just spend 30 seconds and you can create your own LUT and have it on your camera. So yeah, I think these are the 2 of my top favorite features for the S9.
Hey Julia, what's your favorite 2 features?
I love how compact the body is. It's so lightweight, and the second one is Lumix Lab. It enables me to share my shot on the go, which is amazing.
Hey, what's your top 2 features?
Oh, yeah. So my favorite top 2 features on the Lumix S9. The first one is hybrid zoom for photo mode. Using the 28 to 200, you are able to zoom all the way up to a 624mm, which is absolutely insane, and it's actually really sharp. The second one is going to be raw processing, which is actually in all other Lumix cameras, but specifically with this camera, being able to transfer it super fast to your phone, able to change your LUTs, able to change your picture profile, your exposure, your white balance, everything in camera before you transfer it to your phone makes this camera even more versatile for social media photographers and filmmakers, mostly content creators.
Hey Dustin, what's your 2 favorite features?
Probably the portability combined with the high E-stabilization. I can just take this to places that I normally couldn't with like a bigger setup, and I can get really stable footage as well.
Hey Johnny, what's your 2 favorite features?
Well, it's definitely the stabilization. It makes it super easy to do these ninja walk panning in shots. And of course, it's super lightweight, which just makes it the ultimate travel companion.
For me, this camera is just pure fun. I shoot a lot of projects with the Lumix S5 II and S5 IIX, from commercials, music videos to short drama series. But when I take it on holiday, it does physically remind me of my work a little bit, so if I'm on holiday, I might just gravitate to using my phone instead. But the S9 just physically feels so different, the button placement is different, and it just feels so fresh to have a camera that is really light and portable. It just makes capturing cool images a lot of fun. Another audience for the S9 would be content creators, people that want to get into full-frame L-mount system on a budget and have access to a lot of the professional settings as well. Things like filming in 6K OpenGate, which allows them to reframe their content for both horizontal and vertical platforms. Having internal anamorphic D-squeeze, shutter angle, frame markers to frame up different aspect ratios, for example 9:16 for vertical content, waveforms, vector scopes, programmable custom buttons, and a ton of very awesome features that we are used to seeing on the more expensive Lumix cameras. I'm sure many users won't know what those features are when they first get the camera, but what is important is that they have the ability to grow with the system over the years and get deeper into the settings and the menus when they're ready to do so. So I'm really happy that Panasonic actually didn't cut out any of the more professional features and kept pretty much everything in that we know from the S5 II.
The main setup.
I need options.
The S9 small footprint really makes me lean towards these smaller lenses. In terms of Lumix native lenses, the 28-200 is probably my favorite Lumix lens to use with the S9. It's basically the size of the 20-60 kit lens, but it has such a massive zoom range for its size and it looks fantastic. And also, if you're using the hybrid zoom function, this lens will become a 624mm. Yes, you might get lower quality photos, but this is such a fun feature. The Lumix f1.8 prime lenses are great to pair with this camera as well. They work fantastically in low light and they'll give you a lot of amazing bokeh. This camera has actually inspired me to get into vintage glass. I have shot so much awesome footage on the Helios 44-2, I just didn't want to take it off. The only time I did is when Julia wanted to use it. I think vintage lenses are a perfect combo for this camera, as you get an amazing and very characteristic filmic look. After we got back to Tokyo with Richard Wong and Gordon from Camera Labs, we went shopping for some vintage glass. Me and Gordon bought one each of the Nikkor 45mm f2.8 pancake lenses. Even with the adapter, it's still quite a tiny lens, and it makes this whole camera package very portable.
So, because this is my last day in Japan, I decided to do some shopping, some lens shopping. I did 25,000 steps. So it was a lot of walking, a lot of going through camera shops, probably hit like 12 camera shops. But yeah, I did get something, the Voigtlander f1.5, and this is a 35mm lens. It looks really good, has really nice bokeh, has a decent 0.5 meter close focusing distance, so all those things are great. And it's just such a tiny lens. I mean, it matches perfectly the Lumix S9 because it's so compact.
So, once you combine vintage lenses with the ability to use real-time LUTs, it's a recipe for stunning images straight out of camera. Of course, vintage glass is fully manual, so this is something you'll need to learn, but Lumix cameras have focus peaking, which makes manual focus a lot easier. So I would recommend to get at least one vintage lens, experiment with it, and have some fun. Vintage lenses will give you that character, but also a lot of them are very budget friendly. For example, the Helios lens is usually around $200 plus an adapter. The Lumix S9 is $1,499, so for around $1,800 US, you can have a setup that can get amazing visuals. Now let's get back talking about IBIS. It works so well on the Lumix S9, and when you combine IBIS together with electronic stabilization high mode, it literally blows my mind every single time. This is me doing a tracking shot from left to right, All the footage you've seen in this video is handheld, there's no gimbal, and what's more impressive is that this lens is a 58mm. It is not a wide-angle lens, it is quite a tight lens, and usually image stabilization does struggle more with longer lenses like a 58mm, but in this case, once electronic image stabilization is turned on, I mean it's really smooth. Now, E-stabilization does not work for everything. For example, if you're doing a parallax shot where you're moving from left to right and orbiting the camera around your subject, the electronic image stabilization will not keep up very well, so I mostly use it for more flat kind of shots, so tracking in and tracking out or tracking left and right. If I'm doing any orbiting shots, parallax shots, those I'll just have IBIS and turn E-stabilization off. And also there is a crop when you use E-stabilization, so that's something to consider, but I think if you are going for those very smooth gimbal-like shots, it is totally worth it. And of course, with a small camera body, there will be some limitations, so before purchasing this system, you should know about these. Smaller camera means no fan, so there is a 10-minute recording limit when shooting in 6K open gate, 15-minute limit when shooting in 4K, and 20 minutes for HD. Once the recording stops, you can hit the record button again and keep recording your videos, but depending on the temperature of the environment you're in, the camera can overheat. There's also no viewfinder, so some photographers might be disappointed, no electronic shutter, and there's no joystick. Also, because this is a small camera, it is not as grippy. So for me, having the small rig cage with an extra grip is definitely necessary. Now, there is a new MP4 Lite format, which is 3.8K 10-bit 420 file. It records 3x2 open gate, and it's great for reframing for horizontal and vertical content. Lumix has made this very easy and small file format, which records at 50 megabits per second. And the idea behind this small file format is the video files can be copied straight from your camera to your phone, and you can do all the editing on your phone. Now, talking about phones, Lumix Lab app has an auto transfer feature, so as you're taking photos, they get automatically transferred over to your phone, which makes it super easy to post them straight to social media. And not only that, the app also has editing features, so you can actually edit your photos using the Lumix Lab app. In conclusion, yes, this camera has a few limitations, but overall, I think it's a fantastic little camera for the people that are just getting started with the full frame L mount. It is more budget orientated. You can explore a lot of the different settings. You can have even anamorphic lenses on this camera. Like you have the anamorphic de-squeeze, anamorphic image stabilization, and you can shoot open gate, which allows you to de-squeeze the anamorphic lenses even better because you have a little bit more on top and bottom of the frame. Like there's so many possibilities that this camera has that other cameras in this form factor do not have. And it's also a lot of fun to use, which I think is the most important factor. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions about the Lumix S9, drop them down below, and I'll see you guys in the comments.
What's up, what's up? Welcome to the unboxing. Let's go, red versus blue. 3, 2, 1, go. Mate. Oh. Got him. There it is, it's the blue S9.
They're just beautiful. Actually, if you got that, those two and the black one, you pretty much have the New Zealand flag.
Pretty cool strap as well.
Oh, does it come with a strap?
You didn't see it?
I didn't see the strap. And comes with a battery.
And it's the same battery that the Lumix S5 II and 2X uses, so that is pretty good. Let's have a look at the accessories, eh? Get the accessories out of the back.
Christmas has come early.
Oh, dude, this is that.
Oh, did we get the little pancake?
We did get the little pancake lens. So light.
You know, in the Netherlands, they call the pancake pannenkoeken.
Pannenkoeken?
For all the Dutchies out there.
So tiny. So tiny.
Like, they just slip into your back pocket just so nicely.
Yeah, this is pocketable.
Pocket test. Official pocket test of 2024. Oh, look at that.
It's pocketable.
SanDisk, 128 gigabyte, 300 megabyte per second Extreme Pro.
Oh, yeah.
Get yours now today. A big shout out to SanDisk for this giant SD card that fits a whole lot of SD cards. Smaller SD cards. SD cardception. Oh, sick! 2 Lumix like hand straps. They're like the rope style, you know what I mean? Like, now you can walk around with like an accessory, like handbag. That's awesome.
You know what I'm excited to see? This thing.
Yes, me too.
A little L shape.
Me too.
So this is a L mount bracket from Small Rig.
And it's, yeah, I mean, it's quite a nice focal length as well.
Goes right on here, and you get an extra grip. Oh yeah.
Listen to it. That click, just that click.
I want to show like behind the scenes of this unboxing from far away.
The awkward angle. Wrong side table. Wrong side of the table. Wrong side.
What's up, guys? We're doing an unboxing.
Just a very...
It's a good place for it.
We're going to use this screen.
The background's great. The background's amazing.
Yeah, we got
Can do it now.
Celtic McKinnon here.
Yeah.
After we finish it.
Oh, you finished shooting.
If you want more about the Lumix S9, click the link in the
Below.
oh, below. Yeah. You can find more information at this video over here, or jump into the comments, tell us what you think of the Lumix S9, and
And see you next time.
we'll see you next time.